Hi, I'm Evie. I'm going to retire this year. I'm so excited. It's going to be right around May. I don't have an exact date yet, but I can hardly stand the wait. I feel like a kid waiting for Christmas. I did have doubts at first on how would I do with having so much time on my hands when I've worked a full-time job, and I think I'm going to do okay. I've been on the same job for more than 30 years, and I'm actually pretty burned out. The older I've gotten, I've found it really hard to keep up with shopping, cooking, cleaning, and I have pets as well. And then, my job. My job has been great. I've been able to work, half the day at the office and half of the day at home. While that can bring its own stresses on as well, not being at work the whole time is nice, but it also makes it feel like work is at home because it is. So I'm wondering, am I going to miss the social connection that I had going to work every day, seeing the same people? I might a little bit, but I don't think so. I think I'll just find my social connection in other places. And honestly, the older I've gotten, the less I have in common with people in the workplace. I started out as a kid, 15 years old, and I was the youngest for a long time. And then I got to be, the middle-aged one. And now at 61, I'm getting up at the top of the scale. There's maybe 2 or 3 people there that are older than I am, a couple my age. So I don't have a lot in common with the people that are a lot younger than I am. So I think it's going to be okay. It is on my mind though. I did take the first week of January, February, and March off to see how I would do with that much time off at the beginning of the year. I have never taken that much time off that close together, and it's been great. I go back on Monday. This is Saturday. I'm not ready to go back. Of course I will, but it's been relaxing and I've gotten a lot of things accomplished. Maybe not as quick as I used to. I take more breaks. Maybe my expectations aren't quite so high. I'm not going to put the roof on the house on Monday and then, re-landscape on Tuesday. Not that I ever did that, but you know what I mean. I can take my time. I can plan things out. And when they're more planned and more time is taken, I tend to enjoy it more. Right now, I feel like I'm rushing to work and rushing home, finishing things up, then rushing to fix dinner, get the dishes done, sit down for a few minutes, and go to bed and start all over the next day. And I want a little bit slower pace, but stay maybe not busy, but just fulfilled. I've heard people retired say, you live today like it's Friday, and what was the other part of it? Look forward to tomorrow like it's Saturday, something like that. And while that sounds great, Fridays and Saturdays would still get old. I do want some sort of a schedule, and I will make one. In the beginning, I need to get caught up on a lot of things. I want to organize drawers, closets, a lot of little areas that have stuff tucked away, and donate, toss, just where I know what I have. When you do stuff like that, you're like, oh, I've been looking for this. And sometimes by the time you find it, you don't even need it anymore. It's obsolete or you've replaced it by then. I want to decorate my backyard. I've got little grandkids that will come and swim in the pool, and if I take pictures back there, which I will, I want it to look pretty. And there's a little bit of work to be done in the front yard as well. I need to trim some bushes, nothing major, just hard work. I want to be able to make menus and not worry about, oh, it's Monday night, I'm not going to have time. What do I have left over from Sunday? I want to be able to make what I want to make. And if it takes a trip to the store to get the supplies, I can do that because I have the time. I also want to take some day trips. I want to go to some nearby lakes and have some picnics. Take my dad that lives with me. He's going to be 88 this year. And the 2 dogs, and just sit there in the park for an hour and have lunch and come back home. And I want to walk more. I want to walk more in the daylight, not in the evening after all the work is done and it's colder outside. Well, especially in the winter, it won't be in the summer. But sometimes walking after dark is a little bit more treacherous than during the day. You can't see as much. I know you can use a flashlight, but it's just safer during daylight hours to take a nice long walk. It's a really nice park. It's actually, people hike on it too, but it's for bicycles, like more like, not really motocross, but off-road bicycles. And you know, it's up and down hills and over some rocks and some tree roots, and that's really, really fun. I have one dog that is still young enough to go. The other one would have to stay home, but that's another thing I'm looking forward to. Being outside more and just getting natural exercise, not having to, you know, go to a gym. I've never liked going to a gym. Probably why I don't go to a gym. And I guess the last thing I have to say about retirement and more time on my hands, more free time, is being older doesn't seem to, let me see how I can say, I don't seem to need to have so much to entertain me. I'm happy with a slow, laid back, organized routine. And I mean, hey, when you're working, every day's the same anyway, and I've done fine with that for more than 30 years. I just want more time, and I don't want to work at my job anymore. I want to be at home. I got to say thank you for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it.